All right, so now it's time to decorate if there's time. And those of you working in class may not have time to decorate. You may only have a chance to smooth your project and then be done with it. But if in fact you do have some class time to decorate, and then those of you working on this at home, you have plenty of time to decorate. But if in fact you have time to decorate, there's different ways to approach that, and think back to your days as a beginning student when you learned multiple ways to decorate into clay, whether it's stamping or carving, that type of thing. I'm just doing a final check that I'm happy with the interior and the exterior, the way I smoothed it. And now I'm taking a wooden skewer. I think it's like a fingernail cuticle tool. And I'm about to carve in something that'll make my mom happy, because I'm probably going to give this to my mom for a Mother's Day gift. So I'm going to carve in M for mom. And, this tool that I'm currently working with is pretty narrow, and I'm carving lightly in case I mess up, so it's easy to smear away. You're going to want to go over your carved lines with a dull pencil, because this cuticle tool or skewer is maybe a little too skinny. So a dull pencil or a ballpoint pen inside those lines will help fatten up those lines and make them more obvious and cleaner, and you'll remove crumbs in the process too by using a paintbrush. So that's one suggestion, carving directly into the base of the tray. Another thing you could do is something 3D, and you can have some three-dimensional decor, as I have here. This is a coiled version of the letter M from the alphabet. And right now I'm just kind of positioning that. Just ignore the previous carved lines. I'll erase those away. And I'm looking to see if I like this. And if I do, I'm going to carefully slip and score that entire set of coils making up the letter M. I'm going to slip and score them into place. So yeah, that's about 3 coils that I kind of merged together to look like one big coil. Okay. Now the only problem with something like this is if you plan on eating out of this tray, putting food in it, you could have food get trapped in between your raised coils there. So that's something to be mindful of. May not be food safe if it's a very bumpy surface. I mean, it'll be food safe because of your glaze, but it might be difficult to clean and wash because crumbs can get trapped in between those coils. Here I'm experimenting with stamping, and I'm just using a broken clothespin from home and doing a kind of an interesting pattern. It's a little bit of a triangular design, and maybe I'll fill up the entire interior of the tray just with this repeated stamping, this repetitive stamped design. And that might look interesting, especially with glaze over it. Glaze falls into textures nicely, depending on the color. Another option would be to bring a printout to class, because I don't think the library is allowing student printing right now. So you'd have to provide your own printout from home. Here I have a little calavera picture, and then you would transfer that as usual the way you know how to do. So that's another option. Again, it's up to you if you have even the time to do this. And how you're going to decorate, totally up to you.